Good morning, children. In the last session, we were talking about different units of temperature. In this class, we use two units, degree Celsius and degree Fahrenheit, and the relation between them also discussed. Now we will see about the thermometer. It is the device used to measure the temperature of any object. This thermometer, there are various types of thermometer. To measure the lower temperature, moderate temperature, higher temperature, very high temperature, for all measurements, we have different kind of thermometers. But at this level, we discuss the thermometers which are used to measure the moderate temperature, normal temperature. In that, we are going to discuss about how the thermometer is constructed. And in this class, we have two types of thermometer. One is clinical thermometer, another one is laboratory thermometer. And then we will discuss about the difference between that two thermometers. First, let us see how the thermometer is constructed. Any thermometer which is used to measure the moderate temperature is made up of a glass tube. It is made up of a glass tube. This is the glass tube. The glass tube is closed at one end like this, and the other end is having this type of structure. This structure is known as bulb. This is the bulb of thermometer. This is the glass tube of this thermometer. And this bulb is filled with a liquid. That liquid is mercury. In this bulb, it is filled with the liquid mercury. And at the center of this glass tube, a very fine tube-like structure is made. A tube-like structure whose diameter, it is very thin tube-like structure. And this tube-like structure is known as capillary tube. This is capillary tube. And on this surface of glass tube, the divisions are made. The divisions are made for the measurement of temperature, and it is made up to the higher level. This is how the thermometer is constructed, and the liquid is mercury. This is the general construction of a general thermometer. Consists of a glass tube closed at one end, other end is made with a structure known as bulb, which is filled with the liquid mercury, and at the center of the glass tube there is a fine tube-like structure, capillary tube. Now we'll talk about how this thermometer is working, how this thermometer is used to measure the temperature of anything. Suppose we have a container. The container is filled with the water. Let us take this as water having somewhat greater temperature, higher temperature. It is hot water. And the temperature of this water is to be measured by using this thermometer. How it is used? The temperature is held from the top of the glass tube. We should not hold from the bulb. It is held from the top of the thermometer, and the bulb is to be immersed into water, immersed into the object whose temperature is to be measured. So, the thermometer is immersed into the water in such a way. In this, the bulb should be completely immersed into water. It should be completely surrounded by the object whose temperature is to be measured. As we immerse the bulb completely into the water, what happens? It is hot water. This hot water, due to this hot water, the temperature of glass increases, and hence the temperature of mercury also increases. Due to increase in temperature of mercury, the mercury start to expand. This is the basic property of everything. When we heat anything, due to the heat supplied, everything expand. Expand means its size increases. Here also the mercury filled inside the bulb start to expand. Expand, increase in size to increase its size. Definitely we can see the space provided is in the capillary tube. So the level of mercury increases in the capillary tube. Let us take this as the capillary tube, and in this the mercury levels start to increase. It start to increase. The level of mercury start to increase up to that particular level where the temperature of mercury and temperature of water become equal. When the temperature, both the temperature become equal, the rise of mercury stops. At that level, whatever the value is written on the glass tube, that is the temperature of this water. This is how the thermometer is used to measure the temperature of anything. This is the basic method. Now, the thermometer, it is a general construction of thermometer. In this, we have basically the two types of thermometer, and the two types of thermometers are, one is clinical thermometer. It is clinical thermometer. Another one is laboratory thermometer. Laboratory thermometer. Clinical, from the word we can find, this is the thermometer which is used by the doctors to measure the temperature of human body. It is used to measure the temperature of human body. This can be used to measure the temperature of anything, any object. Then how it is made? In the construction of these two temperatures, there are some differences. But the general construction, both the thermometers are having the glass tube. Clinical thermometer has the glass tube. Both are having bulb. Both are having capillary tube. Both are same. This laboratory thermometer, both are having the glass tube. Glass tube filled with the mercury, having bulb and filled with the mercury. In both we have the capillary tube. In clinical thermometer, capillary tube. In laboratory also we have capillary tube. So these are the similarities. Capillary tube. But the difference is, in the clinical thermometer, the capillary tube is not like the capillary tube present in the laboratory thermometer. There is a difference. In the clinical thermometer, there is a small bend in the capillary tube. This bent is provided, this bent which is known as kink, the bent provided in the capillary tube of clinical thermometer is used to prevent the fall of mercury level on its own. Once it is used to measure the temperature of anything, any human body, the level of mercury increases. Once it is increased to a certain level, then to prevent the fall of that level on its own without shaking, the kink is provided. So the kink prevents the fall of mercury level on its own. But in laboratory thermometer it is not provided, but it is not required. It is also not required in that laboratory thermometer. This is one difference between these two. Kink present in clinical thermometer does not present in laboratory thermometer. And then the differences. The clinical thermometer, since it is used to measure the temperature of human body only, temperature of human body can change from certain level, between certain level. The minimum level of clinical thermometer is 35 degrees Celsius and maximum is 42 degrees Celsius. Means the temperature range of clinical thermometer is 42 degrees Celsius and the temperature range of laboratory thermometer is minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. So these are the differences between clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. In the next session, we'll discuss some more thing about this clinical thermometer and the precautions to be taken while using this thermometer. Oh.